my name is Liz, and today I'm going to be showing you the intervention called Positive Memory in the Palm. This intervention could be made mainly for children, and it is for individuals. Age-wise, I would say 8 and under. What this is and what the whole point of this is it's kind of almost like mindfulness for children, as far as when they're upset, when they're frightened, fearful. This is a kind of reminder to help calm them down. Kind of how adults have their happy place they can go. This is kind of like a happy place moment for kids. So what you will need for it is a piece of paper, a rock, a Sharpie, and some colored pencils. What they're going to do first is they're going to be asked to trace their hand. Once they trace their hand, they're going to be asked to think of a positive memory that kind of makes them feel happy inside, kind of calms them down, makes them feel safe. Each of the fingers on the hand are going to be one of the 5 senses. So then we'll go through about how they experience those 5 senses in that setting during that experience. And then we'll kind of tie it in at the end with the rock. We'll kind of ask them to write either a 1 or 2 word reminder or word on the rock so they can kind of hold it in their pocket if they're at school or something. Or when they're fearful, so maybe at home, I don't know what home life might look like, but to kind of just ground them a little bit and remember to go back to their happy place to kind of change their thinking. So today I'm going to ask Kiera to be the child. Like I said, she's going to be under 8 years old. Hi Kiera, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So we had kind of talked last week about how sometimes things haven't been the best at home with your parents lately, and sometimes that kind of scares you when you hear them yelling, and you're kind of taking some of that to school with you. So something we're going to try to do today is to kind of calm you down, do an activity to kind of calm you down when you're at home and if your parents are yelling or what kind of chaos is going on around you, to kind of bring you some calmness inside.
Okay.
So if you will first start by picking any colored pencil you want and tracing your hand on the piece of paper for me. Very good. Okay. So now can you tell me of a time or a day that you had that was so much fun, that you can think of and it just brings so much happiness to you?
Yeah, I can think of a time like a couple weeks ago. I went to visit my grandma and we made cookies. And
Oh, I bet that was fun.
it's fun. Yeah, I like cooking with my grandma, and so we made cookies, homemade cookies.
Okay, so let's use cooking with your grandma as one. So right here in the palm of your hand in the very center, either write cooking with grandma or you can draw a picture, whatever you would like to do. Is your grandma a good cook?
Yes,
I bet.
especially with desserts.
Oh. So now with a different color pencil for each finger, let's talk about our 5 senses. So with this pinky finger, if you will write smell above it. And when you're cooking with your grandma, thinking back to that day, what is a memory or smell that you can remember smelling?
Peanut butter and chocolate.
That smells or sounds good. So if you will write that. Okay, so now you'll pick up another color. And this finger is going to be touch. So can you think of something during that day that you remember touching?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough. Okay, next color, and the next finger will be tasting. So something that you got to taste that day.
Chocolate cookies. And peanut butter cookies.
This might make you hungry.
It is.
Okay, on the next finger is going to be hearing. So what is something you remember hearing a lot that day?
I remember my grandma, she sets this timer, like the one you turn.
So you know how long to bake the cookies?
Yeah, and then tick, 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 and then when it gets to the last, like when it's time, it goes off really loud and shakes.
Okay, and then you know it's ready. It's time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you will write that on here. Okay, and then the last one is going to be seeing. So something that you saw that day that brought you happiness.
I like because you know how it has the little glass in the oven and you can look inside
Mhm.
and something's in there. And then so when we put the cookies on there, we put them on, it was flat. And then as the time was going by, they started getting big.
You could see them rising and
and
cooking.
expanding.
Okay, so if you'll write that. So it sounds like you had a pretty good memory with your grand.
Yes.
Okay, so the last thing I'm going to ask you to do is if you can think of a 1 or 2 word to remind you of to this day, to kind of remind you of this experience that you have with your grand. Okay, so what I'm going to encourage you to do, and this is going to be yours, what I'm going to encourage you to do is next time that you are at home or wherever you are at, if it's at school, at home, when you're starting to feel scared or frightful, you don't know really what's going on in the situation around you, to kind of hold that. You can either keep it in your pocket or pull it out. Close your eyes and just think back to this day. Go through what you smelled at her house. Go through what you saw, what you touched, what you tasted, and what you heard. Kind of take you back to that day to kind of bring yourself some calmness inside.
Okay.
Can you think of a time where this might be helpful for you?
Yeah, when I'm at school, I'm really shy, and in the mornings we have to all stand like around before we can go in because I get there kind of early,
Mm-hmm.
and I just get really nervous and scared standing there by myself.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Well, this will be perfect. Just hold your rock, hold on to that, and just remind yourself that what you're experiencing, that nervousness, is only temporary. Go back to how good you felt then, and it'll kind of calm you down a little bit to think back to such a good day that you have with her.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Okay. Well, have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.